Today, we will have a small talk on the principle of karma. Before we talk about the principle of karma, we should know about the principle of rebirth. We as Indians and other fellow members of other countries follow the Vedic principle or the teachings of Vedas. As per the teachings of Veda, life this in this human form and the God are one and same. The form of God is separated and came to this earth in the form of life to perform karma. And again, it will be reunited with God once we perform the karma allocated to us by God, and the result of this karma becomes zero. That means the result of karma after embraced by us, nothing is left out. In other words, we call it as moksha. So to achieve this moksha, one should ascertain that the result of karma, which is inevitable, is not following the life. Once this position is achieved, every human being is achieving moksha. This is the basis for this, the principle of karma. Now, what is karma? Karma is nothing but the day-to-day work we do. Every human being, since we get up in the morning till we sleep in the night, do so many works, so many jobs. We eat, we drink, we think. Everything is called karma. And every karma has a result. And everyone has to embrace the result. If we perform good karma, the result is good and the result is happiness. If we perform bad karma, the result is inevitably bad and the ultimate result is suffering. So, we must understand that is inevitable for every human being to perform karma in this life. And according to the accumulated results of this karma, we take rebirth. And again we take rebirth according to the karmas, according to the result of karma accumulated, which has to be embraced by every human being. So, how many types of karma are there? According to the Vedic teachings, there are three types of karma. The first one is Agami karma. Agami karma is nothing but the karma we are performing right now. The karma, what we are performing in this life on day-to-day basis is called Agami karma. It is inevitable to all to perform this karma because one cannot sit idle without performing any karma. And we know that the result of this karma is to be embraced by us. Not every karma gives the result immediately. Some karma may give the result immediately. For example, if we are hungry, we take food. And thereafter, our hungriness is over. The result is immediate. But it is not in all cases. For example, we take an exam. The results may come after a few days. So, like that, every karma has got a result which can be embraced immediately or at a future date. This is about Agami karma. And the next one is Sanchita karma. Sanchita karma means it is the accumulated karma whose result is pending to be embraced by us. It is the karma performed by us in the previous lives or in this life whose result is not yet embraced by us. That is called Sanchita karma. And Sanchita karma, the result of Sanchita karma is to be embraced by us at a future date. And the third one is Prarabdha karma. What is this Prarabdha karma? We have already discussed that this Sanchita karma is to be embraced by us, and at the end of every life, the accumulated Sanchita karma and the accumulated result which is not embraced by us in this life together are carried forward along with life as a liability to the next life. Depending upon the quality of the result pending to be embraced by us. That is, whether we have performed good karma in our previous life or bad karma. Depending upon the quality, whether good or bad karma is pending for us, the result is pending for us, the next life form will take place. That means if we have performed good karma in this life, the next life will be good and it will be useful and it will be praised by God. If we have performed bad karma, automatically our life in the next life will be miserable. So therefore, it depends upon the sanchita karma, what we are going to take form in the next birth. Now what we are discussing about prarabdha karma. What is this prarabdha karma? Now we know that more quantity of sanchita karma is pending to be embraced by us. But to embrace the result of all the pending sanchita karma, one life is not enough. We may have to take many lives. But in the next life, what is the results of sanchita karma to be embraced by us is already decided. That means the karma which are ripen for the next life are called prarabdha karma. And as per this prarabdha karma, our next form of life will be there. So now we know that inevitably these type of three karmas are to be embraced by every human being. Now, for every karma, we are doing agami karma because of sanchita karma. We are doing sanchita karma because of prarabdha karma. So it follows one after one. How to end this cycle? How to stop this birth and rebirth cycle? How to unite with God again and see that there is no rebirth for us? So the only way is to see that no result is pending to be embraced by us by any of these karma. How can we do that? It is already explained in Vedas. It is inevitable for every human being to embrace this result. Every human being has to suffer or be in happy mood or be in peace as per the deeds we have done previously and the result of the karma which are pending. We know even the parents of Lord Sri Krishna and Sri Rama also suffered because of the deeds done by them, because of karma, because of sanchita karma and prarabdha karma, which were accumulated for them. So when those people cannot escape, nobody can escape. Everybody has to embrace the result of these three types of karma. But in Vedas, it was explained how to avoid these three types of karma, how to avoid the results of these three types of karma to be followed behind us, and how this life can stop from the recycling and unite with God. It is explained in Vedas, that is one. It is inevitable for every human being to do agami karma. Every day we are doing so many things, agami karma. So the best one is to perform agami karma whose result is immediate and avoid those karmas whose result is to be embraced in future. So in that way, we can avoid the results to be followed by us from agami karma. Second one is the prarabdha karma. The result inevitably we have to embrace. It is the will of God. We have to perform the karma in this life depending upon the prarabdha karma which is following us from the previous life. That we cannot escape. And the third one, the sanchita karma. The sanchita karma we cannot touch because it is an accumulated liability for us which is to be embraced in future life. Then how to avoid it? So to avoid that one, we should make it zero. That means we should burn it. How can we burn it? We can burn it by achieving the divine knowledge. So how in our day-to-day life we can perform these three karmas and till escape from the result? While performing the agami karma, do this agami karma thinking that you are only agent of God. All the acts are done by God, not by you. You are merely an agent of God and as per the will of God, you are performing this Agami Karma. Don't think about the result. Don't crave for the result of that karma. And do such karma which is useful for other human beings and which will be accepted by God. By doing Agami Karma in that way, the result of Agami Karma is not attached to you. Don't be attached to karma. Detach yourself from the result of karma and also from karma, and you can escape from the result of this Agami Karma. Second one is Prarabdha Karma. Prarabdha Karma is to be embraced by you because it is coming from the previous birth. We cannot avoid it. So what to do? Accept it. Accept that one as a will of God. Accept it happily, thinking that while embracing the Prarabdha Karma, you are actually burning it out. You are making it zero. And perform that karma in a happy way, which is liked by one and all. And the third one is Sanchita Karma. We know that Sanchita Karma is the karma which is following us, which is an accumulated liability to be embraced by us. So therefore, to burn it out, acquire the divine knowledge. Divine knowledge is the knowledge about God, knowledge about you. So think about you. What are you? Why are you? Why you are here? What is to be done by you? What our Vedas say? What the preachings of the priests say? So follow that. Be helpful for others. And by acquiring this divine knowledge, you can burn all the pending Sanchita Karma and make it zero. So when you make it zero, there is no rebirth and there is no another life. Automatically, this life will be united with God and you will be achieving moksha. So this is the principle of karma. Thank you.